today's video where I'm going to be talking to you about how to properly tighten and make sure that a faucet or a hose when attached does not leak. And so this one, it might sound pretty simple, but this is going to be using some plumbing tape to make sure that it does not leak. So you might not have known about it. It's not too expensive. I have a roll right here. Basically, I'll show you more up close, but it has two pieces. This one right here is plastic. It slides apart a little bit, and then the inside, it's like this little, so it's kind of like a rubberish type material of tape that you'll be able to wrap around. The two things you're gonna need, like I said, this plumbing tape, which super cheap. You can just get a couple feet. You don't even need, probably only need 6-8 inches if you're doing a common hose. And the other tool is a pair of tongue and groove or other pliers. I really like tongue and groove pliers for hoses because they get so large. You can get that really nice and large and still have a full clamp on that. So tongue and grooves are one of my favorites for hoses, and you'll see why in a minute. So other pliers, I just put down my slip joints. They work too, but these are the two ideal things that you're gonna want when adjusting a hose. So with that, we'll get right into it. So here I am with the hose faucet right here. Of course, want the water to be turned off, don't want to be sprayed with this. You don't want any water pressure there. And so the first thing is, like I was saying with that plumbing tape that I have right here, maybe a little closer view I'll show you in a second, is that if you just do metal on metal, you'll be able to really crank tighten that down, and it'll probably not have any, it'll probably be okay. You're gonna need to tighten it a lot more to get no leaks if you don't use plumbing tape, which if you're okay with that, it might shorten the life. You might really scratch it up a little bit. That's okay, but I think we want to do it the right way, and so we're going to do some plumbing tape because this is also helpful in showers and other areas. So I have the plumbing tape out right here. Gonna grab it. Probably want a little bit. I mean, I like to go 8 inches, something like this. Don't need to go too crazy. You can use a utility knife or scissors if you want, or just go by hand. Just drop that in there. And then as you get close, you want to try and keep it open. You don't want it to fold on itself, and you don't want it to be loose. You want to give it some pressure. So I'm going to take it, starting with one finger to hold it taut, and I'm going to slowly grab it and work it around. And as it gets over itself, that pressure is going to hold it, and you can start to see. And what this does is it fills in the gaps. So I'm not going to need this much. I'm going to cut it in a sec here. But basically, instead of being metal on metal, which is not going to, the metal on metal is not going to mold to it, this right here is able to mold. So I'm going to take that, rip it a little bit, and you can see it stays there. And so it's going to be a little bit tight at first. It's not perfect, but that was maybe one and a half loops. Now I'm going to grab the hose right here, and I'm going to start to fit it on there. Going to want to go righty-tighty, of course, as you know. And you can do it by hand at first, and then it might start to get a little bit tougher. You can, then at this point, it might be enough. Let's see. A little bit of water, not much, so that's pretty good. But if you really want to go more, grab those tongue and grooves, take them. You want them open, because that right here, how open that is, I'm going to slide those open, maybe about 70% of the way, we'll see. And then I am going to tighten that extra. Again, you don't want to strip it, just enough. Then when I start it, a little bit of water, but just again, just going to tighten it a little bit more, and you can see there's no water from there. That, I think this faucet right here is old, but this same principle is going to apply to any sort of faucet you use or that plumbing tape. So if you found this video useful, give us a like or give us a dislike if you didn't like it. I don't care. And visit our website at rdawg.com. That's rdawg.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.